Three brothers inherit $93,000 from their aunt. Javier is the oldest, and he receives $41,000. So we have Javier with $41,000. He saves it under his mattress and accrues no interest. Then we have Carlos, the second brother, receives $31,000. He invests into an account that earns him $3,000 per year, which is the same thing as a simple interest because he will be getting $3,000 every single year. David is the youngest one, and he'll invest the remaining $21,000 from the inheritance in a bank that yields 11% per year, and it's going to be compounded annually. We need to be able to write the equation to represent the value of each brother's portion of the inheritance. So we have three brothers. The first one is Javier. The second one is Carlos. And the last one is David. Now for Javier, he has $41,000, so Y is equal to 41,000. And he does nothing to the money. He accrues no interest, so it's always going to stay at 41,000. For Carlos, he receives 31,000 and invests into an account that earns him $3,000 every single year. So it's going to be plus 3,000 every single year, and we're going to write down T for time. And for David, he invested in a 11% interest. He's receiving interest, so it'll be 31,000. It'll be 1 plus the rate, which is as a percentage is 11%. As a decimal is 0.11. Move the decimal to the left twice to the power of 2. And let me go and add those two numbers. 31,000, 1.11 to the power of 2. And that's your equation. Now remember that this is the same time as simple interest, and you gain 3,000 every single year. So T represents the number of years. Javier left it by itself, so there's only 41,000. In David, it's gaining interest 11%, so therefore we place it plus. And the T in this case is an exponent. On this one, the T is multiplied. Which brother will have the most money after 12 years? So Javier, after 12 years, since he's not doing anything to the money, he's still going to have 41,000. For Carlos, we are going to plug in a 12 instead of the T. So Y equal to 31,000 plus 3,000 multiplied by 12. And we're going to use a calculator to be able to simplify or just to be able to evaluate it. Multiply by 5. Multiply by 12. So it's $60,000, $67,000. So after 12 years, it's going to have $67,000. And David, his equation will be Y equal to 31,000, 1.11, and to the power of 12. And we're going to use a calculator to be able to simplify it. So it'll be 31,000 multiplied by 1.11 to the power of 12. So it'll be Y is equal to 108, 451,000. Now, in this case, which one will have the most money after 12 years? In this case, David will have the most money after 12 years. How long will it take each brother to reach $100,000? So in this case, we are going to plug in the 100,000 in the Y. Notice that Javier will never reach $100,000. Will be never. Since his money is not increasing, it will stay always at 41,000. For Carlos, we're going to plug in the 100,000 in the Y to determine how long it's going to take him, so we can solve for T. So for Carlos, will be 67,000. It will be 100,000. Instead of the Y, we plug in 100,000 equal to 31,000 plus 3,000 T. And I need to be able to leave that T by itself. So therefore, I'll move my 31,000 to the left, becomes a negative 31,000. And you can use a calculator to be able to simplify, which gives you 69,000. Now, I want to be able to solve for T. They're multiplying, so I'm going to divide by 3,000. Divide by 3,000. That cancels, that cancels, that cancels, so it gives me 33 is equal to T. So for Carlos, it's going to take him 33 years to be able to reach 100,000. Now, for David, it was the 23, right? 23 years. That makes more sense. For David, we're going to go through the same process. Instead of that Y, we're going to replace it with 100,000. And I need to leave the T by itself. First, the 31,000 is multiplying. I'm going to divide by 31,000. The 31,000 cancels, so I have 1.11 to the power of T. And I can cancel the zeros. And I can use my division or my calculator to be able to divide. I'll be getting a decimal, which is fine. And that gives me 3.22. Now I want to get rid of the base. Opposite of the base will be a log. So I'll take the log on both sides of 1.11, 1.11. That cancels, so T is equal to base 1.11, and that'll be 3.22. And my answer is 11.2 years. So Javier will never get to 100,000. He will always stay at 41,000. Carlos is going to take him 23 years to get to 100,000. Remember, after 12 years, he has 67. And David is going to take him 11.2 years, which makes sense because at 12 years, he was $108,000. So in this case, and each of them will be your answers.